Sometimes I get questions like this. I know this may be too personal, but how does your faith with God correlate to everything your TikTok page stands for? By the way, I love it. Okay, so some of you have been here since the beginning of my TikTok journey, which was at the beginning of 2020 with my Alex Serves Karen skits. If you haven't seen those, go check it out. It's another page, which I never post on anymore, but it has great content. I blew up really fast. Well, not as fast as here, but fast at the time. I mean, I hit 100K in like 4 months. Anyways, if you guys go all the way to the beginning of this page, which I created in October of 2020, this was originally my backup, which I started off talking about the simulation and how I feel like I'm on the Truman Show sometimes. So it's very funny that it went full circle and led me back here. But I do have some stories on here where I talked about my religion and how I was raised Seventh-day Adventist and how that affected me when it came to job. And last year, I actually got hired for a job and then fired because of my religion. And if you guys find the video where I talked about how I reported them to the Department of Fair Employment and Housing and the EEOC, because that is religious discrimination, and I have an update coming on that very, very soon. Just stand on by. But my faith has always been very, very, very strong with God. What I didn't agree with but still followed was religion, just because I was raised that way and I didn't want to feel like I was betraying God. But now I know the difference. God does not equal religion, okay? And now I call God God because that's what I've called him, it, whatever the case may be, my whole life. Everyone has a different name for God, okay? It could be universe, it could be light, it could be source, whatever the case may be. That is your prerogative. You are allowed to identify that source, that higher being, whatever you want to call it. The point is that there is just one highest source that we all came from. So my content now has shifted into my whole spiritual journey, which you guys, have been here for, some of you. And I've always been into conspiracy theories. So I love conspiracy theories. And even when I was, religious, my mom was very religious. She was very into conspiracy theories as well, because it correlated a lot with like the book of Revelation. So I think that the fact that I grew up in that household learning the Bible and very religious is actually helping me in what I'm going through now. I can go ahead and like decipher like what makes sense and what does. And the thing is that I've always had certain thoughts in my head, and just now it's being confirmed with everything that I'm learning. So I want you guys to understand that like God does not equal religion, and you can have God without religion, and everything can exist at once. God exists in everything. God is within us. God is within the plants, the animals. God created the entire universe. God is the universe. So I think what we need to remember is that we don't have to fit in a box, and that is what's kept our third eye closed for so long. People ask how to open your third eye. Start deprogram, breaking down everything you've learned and realizing that everything is everywhere all at once. Watch that movie. It's a great movie.